50-50. Well, my odds are that we're going to be starting this matchup, and we obviously have to have a knife round to determine the sides. But it appears, though, ENCE starting on the CT side here of Dust 2. So now things do start to look just a little bit different, but that means that the beat drop is ready to go. We are ready to kick it off. Get your hands in the air, raise your cans, dongers, all of that in between. Let's jump into Dust 2 with Harry and Hugo.
Well, so I was jumping around. I just realized I'm wearing a headset, so that's probably not a great idea.
Not like your best idea.
But, you know, we'll see how that one goes in the morning. Alu going to open this round up. Deals with Apex, and double from Alu. They keep trying to pressure him, and he tucks himself away. Aerial flashed in, chasing them down, and now Alu still tapping down more. 4 kills for him, and ENCE get that pistol round locked on in.
Yeah, talking of not being able to run your own game plan on the T side, Harry, that's a perfect example of ENCE disrupting it again, just showing so much presence in the middle and the catwalk area, fighting Vitality in the open ground. And also a miss smoke. Didn't catch who threw it, but we did see the perspective thrown from outside of long doors. Was meant to rebound off of mid and go into CT spawn from mid to B play. I assume that was a play there for Vitality, but it missed and it landed on the roof. You hate to see it.
Win some, you lose some. And in this case, it's going to be ENCE that win the first round. It's going to give them quite an advantage going into the second one. Now, will Vitality have any sort of answer here on their eco round?
Yeah, and a force here, again, I don't like this personally. You know, Deagles are good for sure, but I like the early rifles on Dust 2T side. And there's a great example of why the SMG just shreds Misuta and Zaiwu.
Mr. Mizuta. It does have a ring to it.
Wow, not just rings, but knocks as well. Vitality are on the door of this A site, and ENCE, they've got to put up a bit of a barrage. They've got to quarantine, lock themselves down. They don't want these men entering their private domain, but Apex gets a kill. X7 trading out, trying to stop this bomb plant. Double peek from the CT side, and RPK's just won the round. Forget everything I said. 4 kills from the tank, and he's going to do it with the Deags. Hey, it worked after all.
That one actually did go pretty ideal there for Vitality. Shout out RPK, getting it done. Knocking him down.
Look at that, man. 3 kills in a matter of seconds on the back of that MP9 to cement the round for Vitality. And, I mean, we've got Alu and RPK both delivering some great performances early on, man. This is setting us up for a nice map. Now, the Force Buy is back in from ENCE. You can see Aerial is over here at long, testing the waters. He's spotted at least 2 players here. This boost up on Catwalk, gonna net a kill for ENCE. The scout gets rid of Apex. Man advantage taken in a very big way. Team Vitality down to just 3 players remaining in a matter of seconds. That kill from Zaiwu is going to help out massively, though. It allows these 2 players for Vitality to sneak up close. Get right here. The flash has gone in, though. And that was actually the bomb that was dropped. Damage done onto Misuta. He actually gets one as he volleys through the smoke a couple of shots. This is messy. This is confusing. It's only Zaiwu left, though. And Sunny's wrapped long. I don't think Zaiwu has any idea. Turning his attention back to ramp, Deag down. ENCE are going to steal a round away.
Yeah, this is already absolute pandemonium, and it's exactly what I wanted, right, Harry? You expected this game to be the closest of the series so far, and I agree. I think this is certainly what it's led to. Vitality back in with a force, and this is where you definitely force. You're doing damage, you're taking money away from ENCE, and of course, you are just down by 1. You want to equalize that. So not going to be waiting for the rifles, just going to be forcing the issue. Spotting mids, we're making sure no one pushes lower here for the side of ENCE, but they've just gone for a standard setup. 3 on long, 2 on B, at least early. And with no long take from Vitality, despite the early flashes going on, they can peel one of those players back. Alu inside of the site on A, waiting for this catwalk take. Vitality given a lot of control here. They're going to be a little bit cautious, a little bit scared. They've met players in this position before, so flash around the corner just to make sure that ENCE are not harboring hostages. And now Vitality, with so much utility, 4 smokes on this T side, can do whatever the hell they want towards A.
You're going to see Aerial playing anti-flash there towards Goose. Alu on the ramp. He's going to drop a smoke towards Catwalk, going to delay the inevitable here, which is certainly this A hit. Here comes all the utility. The call has been made. Vitality are going to go for it. They're going to run right into Alu's Krieg. Mops down 3 of them. And with Zaiwu, the only one there to respond, What in the tarnation?
Well, clinical. Do you want to take it, Ariel? No, guess not. I don't know if he even got that at the end, but that was a Krieg dropped, and Alu showed the value of that weapon. I mean, we already know about it. But boy, is that gun good. Sunny does have one, luckily enough, so it is still salvage for the time being.
Yep.
So was that Ariel just, you know, like acknowledging that Krieg was there
I
and being a better man?
No, what it was he had an M4, Sunny had an SMG, so he didn't take it, and I think Sunny took it instead, because alternatively, if Ariel takes it, his M4 drops, and Sunny might not be able to find it in the limited time. Instead, he goes, Sunny, the Krieg is here, come take it. Pretty sure that's what happened. Makes sense.
Well, Alu is certainly on a tear. He started this round with 10 frags, and well, he's going to keep it rolling. Gives himself 3 right here early on before he finds Shox' deagle. It's all but done. There you have it.
Full house for Alu and X7. 5 kills over 2 players and a 4-1 lead for ENCE. Looking comfortable on this map. I was going to say their map pick. That's not the case. It's the 3rd of the series. But hey, if it was going to be anyone's map pick, it would be ENCE's. This is one they've got 100% win rate on in the last 3 months now. Obviously, only is over 3 games. But taking down the likes of AGO, FaZe, and G2, certainly some scalps. Whereas Vitality have played this map twice in the last 3 months, trading against Na'Vi both times. 1-1. Good kill from Zywoo. That's Alu dead early. The man, the myth, the legend, the one who's been making it happen on this CT side, and he's gone before the round even starts.
And it's going to continue. The pain train there, delivered by Alex. And now Mizuta. So this one has just kind of slipped away from ENCE. We saw some pretty aggressive looks there. They try to regain some of the map control by pushing up Catwalk. It's certainly not the way it unfolds. Sunny and X7, the only 2 left alive here for ENCE. They're going to retreat back to this B bomb site.
Look at Shox. They know exactly what's up. Vitality have all the info. They've got ENCE trapped, and I imagine they're going to go hunting here. You can see Apex is set up with RPK, making sure no one can go anywhere in tunnels. And with this information, Vitality should have almost 100% certainty once they've cleared A, that ENCE are locked in this B bomb site. And yeah, okay, you may not have your own economy built up yet. You may not want to risk throwing away guns, but considering you have them trapped, it might be worth looking to take a weapon away here. Get that Krieg out of the hands of Sunny, get yourself a free AWP, or at least throw X7s away. And you can see Apex wants to do exactly that. Nice cheats, Bug.
Whoa.
Get out of here.
Doesn't work out for him. Apex does get the spam off the beginning, but, well, he does falter. Don't worry, though. They have kind of clamped down there for the side of Vitality. Just X7, AWP in hands, and I don't think he's going to be getting away with it. There was a real chance for that AWP to ring off right there. But it's RPK, quicker to the draw, and we're going to see a second round on the board for the French.
Money busted for a couple of players, but it can be salvaged. Alu is poor, but everyone else can drop him over. So ENCE can still afford for the time being. And a double AWP coming straight in. We've seen Sergey even taking that weapon over Alu back on Inferno. So to see them double AWPing is no surprise here. The second they get the cash to do so. I would imagine no one's going to take that mid fight. We see CTs less and less keen to go for the mid duel in 2020 than ever before.
Flashes everywhere over at long. And Ariel comes out the champ, comes out the victor. Man advantage taken. Mesita continuing to have a bit of a struggle here, similar to back on Inferno. He's been eliminated early on. Vitality. Down in the hole, down in the pit, just a little bit. Setting up outside of the V-bomb site. But if one man could look to get this squad out of the Brad pit, it is the Fury that is the tank. They're going to set up outside of B.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay.
Flash is going in, and Sergey Zorp, well, that is immediately removed. Oh, and another. And here's Sunny hidden away. Vitality just get lit up as they go into the B bomb site, and it feels like more of a mercy killing. They don't even really know where they're getting annihilated from as they rear their head out of the tunnel. Ends up 5-2.
You got away with words, Harry. You really do.
Run away with words.
Well, ENCE running away with the CT side. 5-2. Flawless round. Not even a point of damage done by Vitality with a full buy. And that is a rough or a bitter pill to swallow. Or a rough pill to swallow. Imagine a pill dragging, you know, like a spiky pill. That would not be nice.
Yeah, man. Basically. Sort of like this catwalk play. Alu's going to be there to hit down Shox. He's going to catch himself on elevator out of room to run. The bomb is going to be planted, though. They were going to try to rush and stop him. It still looks like he'll get it down. So he does. Easy defuse coming in for ENCE, and Vitality getting the bomb down might help things going forward, but certainly getting some frags would.
This is like the most convoluted way to have sorted out this problem, ENCE. Maybe this is the issue. They dropped one gun down, and they started trying to juggle it back up this side before they realized, well, hang on a minute, I could just drop him the gun and then go get it. Yeah, you know, not one for solving problems, but that's maybe good. You know, it's more them dealing problems the way of Vitality right now. 6-2 up are the Finns, and a tactical timeout called on in.
I always like a tac timeout when you're winning. You know, nothing makes your opponents really sweat more than, you know, Vitality. Oh, wait, it's a phone call.
There's a phone call.
What's going on?
Doc, answer the phone.
Yeah.
No, actually, there is no phone call.
What was that?
It was a false alarm.
Then put your phone on silent, Harry. I'm not going to ask you again.
Yeah, indeed, I know. I'm sorry. I've just plugged my landline in under the desk. You know, I like to kick it old school.
Harry, have you ever seen a rotary phone in your life before that one right there?
I've seen a rotisserie chicken.
I do like that. That's actually a little bit more respectable.
That's a no, Trace, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Of course, I've seen a rotary phone.
Yeah, we've all watched old black and white movies.
No, not a rotary phone. A rotary phone.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, we could go on about accents and who says what words different all night long.
We could.
You're outnumbered, Trace.
By who?
2-1.
You guys make up, I mean, I guess between the two of you, you're one person.
We're one real human being, I guess, yeah.
Calm down, chillins. Let's take a look here. We do see the AWP there in Apex's hands. You go ahead and hot swap it, basically. Giving it to Mr. ZywOo, who's been known to be lethal with it.
Has he?
From time to time, he's done a few things here and there.
Things are good. And let's see what other goodness Vitality have to bring to the table. Crucial round. X7 playing anti-flash on long. He's got support from Aerial as well in the corner. Even the AWP on A for Alu, so just a wave of defenses Vitality will have to combat if they want to take this A site, but they won't be doing it through long. Molotov's deep keep Vitality at bay. They're going to go back up through middle towards Catwalk, and ENCE have already adjusted this setup. They've already moved that AWP right into pole position to deal with this corner play. The flash is there, though. That will send Alu just that little bit further back, giving him a chance to lock down this A site as Vitality set up for an execute. But this could go anywhere, right? They've got mid, they've got cat, they've got tunnels. You can go B, you can go for a fast cat, you can run out mid split. It seems like Vitality are just going to go towards that A site. 35 seconds, all the utility in the world, and 2 men watching this catwalk with anticipation.
Yeah, they are watching this catwalk. But maybe they should have let sleeping dogs lie over towards this A bomb site. Alu, I had to come up with something. I'd already reset it.
Man.
Alu on the ramp. Here he is. Let's focus on the here and now. And here's the AWP. First man down, but ZywOo's in with the return. There's 7 seconds left, by the way. This is chaos. That bomb's going to go down. And oh, there's just enough time. ZywOo, fast fingers on the keyboard. Even faster, though, on that bomb. And now we're into a 2 versus 2. It's ZywOo and Shoxy, a duo not quite old this time itself, but one that's certainly just as scary. ZywOo back at the bomb site, and he sees X7 there on that little jiggle, that little wiggle. Flash has gone over. Second time's the charm for ZywOo.
Come on.
And now Sergey alone. It's not happening for him. He's hiding in CT. He's conceded this, and they come a-knocking. Shox is there. 5 kills between the 2 remaining players of Vitality, and a millisecond left bomb plant. That's a 3rd round on the board.
I mean, that just comes down to the X7 fight, doesn't it, right? You get given an opportunity, ZywOo hiding behind that, I don't even know what you call it, barrel, I guess.
Barrels.
Yeah. Getting away with absolute murder. Don't know how he doesn't get killed in that one, but that will save the day for Vitality. The last second bomb plant as well.
Yeah, that second shot that he was able to get down long A, that was the difference maker, I do believe. Timeout's going to be running out here for Vitality. What will they have constructed going into this round? AWP in Alu's hands. He's on a tear in this map of Dust 2. Over 180 AR, 15 frags as we look at round number 10. Big
gaming, but will he slow down? That's the question. been a bit of a resurgence from Vitality on this T side. Not really useful spawns. They could send someone out long if they wanted to, but the AWP certainly isn't in pole position. So we're going to watch that cross and do more than watch. He will deliver death down middle, and they could just rush B off the back of that. Apex is not going to opt to do so. If they had, that would have been the round over. There was no one there, and ENCE only just now getting a man close towards that B site. X7 still in mid, not interested in B, just assuming it's open, and luckily for him it is, but unfortunately, Alu is going to drop in the meantime. Vitality, they may not have taken the B site, but they've taken a 5-on-3.
That they have. And now things just slow down. 3 players alive for ENCE. Sunny, Aerial, X7. It's going to be Sunny there towards long. Aerial's sort of left with the rest of the duties towards the A site. Then X7 over there at B. The best defense they could probably set up right here for ENCE. Vitality are going to take this slow. Still a minute left on the clock, so no real sense of urgency at this point. Trying to wait out some picks and still not giving it up to him just yet. Looks like they want to start heading towards Catwalk, and as soon as they figure out these 2 players from ENCE are over there towards long A, it's just going to be a field day towards the A site.
Yeah, the question is, does Sunny and Aerial just save? Once they see this go down, they're going to realize it about now. If they don't get a kill coming their way, they might just opt to hold on to these guns. There's no money in the bank for ENCE. They would love 3 rifles in the follow-up round. And I think that's a realization as well. No long split coming through on this cat take. And they throw a flash and duck out of this one. Going to be a bomb plant and a 4th round here for Vitality. Hunting is the question here. Do they want to go for it? Do they want to chase down these players? The only unfortunate part is because Vitality had 5 men up cat, they have no map control. They have no information as to where these ENCE players could be. They could be anywhere, Trace. So got to be careful, got to be slow as you look for the kills.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Shoxy seeing the shoulder there. Looks like they're going to be a little bit wary of the idea that ENCE could be entrenched at long A. And they're going to elect to save from that side. So it looks like 5 guns are going to be able to walk away from this round for Vitality. And for Aerial, well, that couldn't have gone much more unlucko than it did.
I mean, when you're standing behind the smoke, you know, and they know you're there.
Kind of asking for it.
Yeah, sort of. Didn't have to do that. I guess he wanted to spam back once Vitality fired a shot through it, but they fired the first shot and it landed immediately in his face. Don't really get him much of a chance to come back after that.
Ideal, really.
Dear, oh dear. Well, the AWP's been dropped over. Alu is equipped, armed and ready into round number 11, and we've actually got a long spawn now being abused. Masuta straight out into position. It's going to have a bit of a boost towards blue, set a player up. You can even leave long if you want, if you're Vitality. Oh, this is cool. So RBK is setting up a flash. If the CTs aggress, Masuta can duck, dodge the flash, and get back up and go for another fight. But, you know, ENCE aren't even considering this. ENCE aren't sending players towards this position. They are just going to avoid it. That's how I deal with my problems too.
Nice. And that is not life lessons from Hugo. He's actually telling you the opposite of what you should do. I think today's opposite day.
It's about as good as Harry's medical advice, you know?
Yeah, it is definitely that good.
Well, I'll have you know that I know a lot about the human anatomy.
Okay. You're not even wearing a stethoscope.
I've studied my own body like 3 times, okay?
Jesus. Well, that's food for thought to all the viewers out there. Good grief.
Yeah, Alu up on the catwalk. He's got this up. I've also studied Alu's body a little too much, honestly. Like,
it's all over Twitter.
Let's see, though, because he's got the gun up towards short. He's got that AWP in hand. Flashbang goes in, and now these pistols emerge. Into the maws of the beast they go. Damage done left and right. RPK wins 1 fight. Shox is in with another, and now Alu's AWP here. Up on top, looking to do damage. This is yeah, I was going to say, like a very optimistic spot for Alu to be stood in. I was wondering how he hadn't been discovered yet. Turns out they were mere moments away from it.
Sometimes you got to stand your ground, Harry. Sometimes you really just got to dig in and set in for the long haul here. Definitely did not need to see that, Hugo. Thank you so much for sharing that. with me right now of all times.
I'm just giving you, you know, background information, Trace.
I know that exists.
Historical context.
I know exactly that exists.
Oh my God, you two get it up on a phone or something? That's awful. Should we bring that up on the screen right now? Or?
I didn't pull any of that up. But
Let's
more
move
importantly,
past it, gentlemen.
let's get away from that topic as far as we possibly can.
I blame you, Harry.
Man.
12 rounds in, and somebody's got to show their kahunas here to really kind of change the pacing that we're watching this game.
Oh, up a dark push, double push from ENCE, and only one of them has been spotted. Vitality, they realize the jig is up. They've got to bail from long. All the info is there from ENCE. They've cleared out B. They know where Vitality sit. And I like this rotation from Vitality. They realize they have a lot of ground they have to take now, but, you know, ENCE might not be expecting players still in T-spawn. However, X7 is sneaking, and he's going to hear these loud feet panting.
I can tell you now that feet do not pant. As my medical. Oh, and ZywOo
He checks it.
His
And now back to long.
Purring, baby. Look at this. They're running. These dogs are barking.
Salivating
and
at the
it's
toes.
all the way back towards this A-bomb site. At least right now, they don't have to. And with this kill from Sunny now onto Shox, I think Vitality might just take a moment to have a think. Decide where this one does want to end up. ZywOo did not see that Sunny's gotten past.
Oh, no.
Sunny was fast on his feet. And ZywOo, Spidey senses tingling, but not tingling enough.
What?
Oh, how's he survived that? How's he gotten by? He actually survives a spray from the Krieg. That's unheard of.
Fastest man alive, but not fast enough to get him in the bomb site. This is a real pickle. 15 seconds left on the clock.
it's done.
And they're going to
it's
have to
a
hold
save.
on to these weapons.
Yeah, you can see ZywOo wanted to go back for that fight, but it's a realization like that is the bad play. Of course, ZywOo probably wins that fight if he repeaks, in all honesty, but didn't want to give the bomb away and throw the AWP back in the hands of ENCE.
Yeah,
So,
the margin for error there is too wide.
yeah, it's
But
too much
this
of a
kill,
risk
though,
for too little of a reward. Yeah, ZywOo, why is he checking that one? Absolute gremlin. Sunny, Krieg spray, really? You know, that's what you can expect. If you don't get the headshot, yeah, that can happen. Money is good for Vitality, and this can still be a salvage. They can still salvage a pretty decent half, all things considered. Alu on the AWP, going for the mid-peak. This could be saucy. His teammates are blocking ZywOo's view, but luckily the flashbang actually sends Alu back. That would have been a really good fight for Alu to take, because ZywOo couldn't see mid-doors because of his two teammates running down suicide. So a fight that will never go down. We'll never know what could have happened. ZywOo's going to rotate back towards B with that bomb as well, so we could see a mid to B split in this round here from Vitality. It'd be the perfect time to do it. One man on that site right now. The only issue is crossing into the AWP. Luckily, Mizuta gets a second chance at life, but only 3 HP. Shox going through the doors. Here's those grenades being pulled, and he knows he can take advantage. Alu dead in the water.
he certainly is that. Vitality stacked up here towards the B side of the map. They're going to run into X7 on the other side of that smoke. A little bit of a boost here in spawn. But that main and only B defender is going to fall on X7 towards B. So this should be a plant. Everything should go according to plan here, and at least over towards Catwalk. Apex just hanging out, trying to get a rotation. And he's going to be given one here. Maybe. Oof. That could have turned around real quick.
Yeah, the kind of fate of this whole round there was hinging on Apex somewhat as that bomb was looking to go down. And it was all based on, you know, how successful this flank is. If he dies straight away, it's a 3-on-3, and then maybe ENCE go for that. But he's got 2, so obviously I don't need to tell you what happens now. Aerial's just going to try and hold on to this Krieg. He's the last man left standing in what would have been a 1v4 B retake. He is, however, looking for a bit of revenge here versus the man who lives in the back line of the Finns. Are they ever going to find each other? There it is, Aerial. At least avenges his fallen teammates. A 6th round for Team Vitality. The Krieg held, and Aerial's able to drop on over. You could still salvage a buy here if you're ENCE, but I imagine maybe we just see a partial investment. They try and get some pistols, some armor around this Krieg. They're just going to go right in. They just go straight in for the buy. And, you know, I think that's fair enough. If they want to, they can. Off in the hands of Alu.
Thanks for giving them permission,
Yeah, you
Harry.
know.
They wouldn't have done it without you.
That's
Well,
what I
I
was
am
thinking
wearing
too.
the lab coat.
Yeah.
That's got to count for something.
Zuta not getting that long pick. The molly's in for ENCE, and that will keep him out. Actually, he's still on the angle. Molly not spreading, but and nothing gifted. He might want to gift that AWP back to Zywoo. Apex is crossed in the tunnels, missed the timing, luckily, as that could have been his own death as Ali was boosted up on the catwalk. We even have a bit of a mid push as well, as X7 is close, and if he hears a timing, if here's a scope or a flash pop, he knows he can get aggressive and force a gunfight. Talking of which, Ali balls to the wall, so close, he's gonna take the fight, and he gets away with it as well. No armor, no worry. 2 frags from the AWP, and the Finnish sniper reigns supreme here on long. Middle push from X7 traded after 1, and it's looking like a good round for ENCE.
Yeah, that one really did fall apart for Vitality. Leaves just Zywoo and RPK. In a battle of the smokes here on Catwalk. It's going to be RPK on the other side. Ariel might just have the angle, might just have the drop. He's got to stop moving. Oh. And that is just not how it all played out. RPK does find the frag, ultimately giving us a 2v3 with plenty of time left on the clock here. Vitality could recenter.
Oh, no.
But why do that when you have Zywoo running around with AWP? They're going to smoke the cross and attempt to get into this A bomb site. How are the fast rotations coming in now from both Sunny and Alu? So there's the plant. Now Alu peeking out long A. He does have the AWP. He's going to hold the angle. No one's going to give him up to him, though.
Oh, Sunny, he was getting burned. He ran through the Molotov, and Zywoo just takes him out as he appears. Nice wallbang. RPK hit, and he will fire right back. If you're going to take a shot at him, you may as well hit it or take him down, because RPK was angered by the wallbang. And Vitality, they've taken 7 at the end of this half. There's still 1 more round left up. And it might just be 8, given the finances of ENCE. Money is run dry for the Finns. These orbs have come at a cost, and they have been going for double orbs when they please. Secondary, not really finding too much success. It's often been saved or attempted to be.
You are right, Hugo. One team is going to have 8 rounds at the conclusion of this one.
Split down the middle, as they say.
Straight down the middle, 8-7. That's a Harry Russell post-it note if I've ever heard one. I don't even know if he said that, but
he says that all the time.
Okay, well, in that case, get out of my face.
Well, we're split right down the middle here, 7-7, all tied up as we head into round 15.
You're not wrong.
Team Vitality, like, to say this is a slow default is an understatement. ENCE have upper tunnels. That's not even, can we go, Bastian, I don't know if you can hear me. Can we go to number, yeah, look at this. They just went in there. They just were pushing and prodding and having a look around in Team Vitality's bedroom, essentially. This is an area that they're meant to have full control over.
It's free real estate.
It is, and they've moved away from the upper tunnels now. Vitality are like, well, yeah, I mean, they were here, now they're not, I guess. They've disappeared. They're going to start to try and secure B. Now, are they ready for this double crossfire? X7's going to bait them in. Sergey, gets on down, hidden in the corner, but removed by Masuta. 3 versus 3. That B-bomb site now belongs to Vitality, and Shox has emerged on his wraparound in through mid, doubling up.
Nice.
Not content with 2, looking for number 3. Alu up on catwalk, will deny it. The Eagle and a Dream, a 1v2 required. Double Molotov here for Team Vitality. They can use all this utility to slow Alu down and really make him work for this clutch. Got a flashbang and a kit. Half the time ticked off that bomb. Alu knows he's got to go fast.
He does. It's do or die time. Last round, that Molotov is just going to straight light him up. He's able to take down Zywoo, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter now, does it? Vitality win the half, 8-7. We go to a break. When we come back, we're going to find out who wins this series.
Holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing
ENCE Esports, the Finnish esports organization from Finland. That is ENCE, the Enceladus. We do see them gracing us with their webcams and their fresh haircuts. And obviously, they're hanging out O'Leary's with the freshest dudes, wearing the chillest clothes and all that good stuff in between. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11. We do find ourselves situated at crossroads. We do find ourselves on a third map here between ENCE and Vitality. And well, this one is for all the marbles. A half that got very close. Some would say split down the middle. Kind of impossible mathematically, but nonetheless, 8-7, and we do find ourselves jumping into a pistol.
Yes, indeed, Trace. Well, at least in a moment we will. Yeah, this is the most competitive game of the series so far, and I'm all for it. You know, we've had high highs, low lows across the last two maps of Mirage and Inferno. Each team losing their own map pick, funnily enough. But here's where it all comes to an end. Alu is having a great game as well. 7-2 in opening duels. He really got off to a strong start. 20 kills in the end of the half. He had 15 in what feels like the first 4 rounds. Vitality still favored on those GG bet odds, but boy, is this close.
Yeah, I think if anything, this is still like a favorable little betting odd there to the ENCE side, right? Like this is as close as can be, and ENCE are looking so damn good. Alu especially having a great game, and here on Dust, a map that is dominated by AWPers. The fact that Alu, and my word, I never thought I'd say this, but the fact that Alu is besting ZywOo so consistently is fantastic, friends. But look at this, look at this long aggression RPK. Sneaking up, sneaking in. Let's see how they deal with X7. This has been telegraphed and communicated to the rest of ENCE, who now try to get into B. And they get to the site. Do they get any further? The kills come in, and they will be able to get this bomb planted. Sergey's already over in the tunnels, and it's Shoxy alone. 1 versus 2. While he does have the kit, that's all he has to work with here. No teammates, no armor, no utility. He's got to do this one the old-fashioned way. And, yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, not happening. He's done. He gets dinked on down. ENCE are going to secure the 8th round. They get themselves the pistol here to kickstart this second half, and they're going to tie it up 8-8.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised Shox saves. I mean, you know, not that I think he was going to win that clutch, but considering you're saving just a kit, not even the armor, surely it's in some way worth it to try and get those 2 1-taps. But hey, you got to be realistic, and that wasn't a winnable round. It's going to be 8-8 as ENCE split it right down the middle and take us to round number 17. Pistol win, the economy in their favor, Vitality forcing straight up. They had no fear with doing that in the first half either after losing Pistol.
Now, here's a tweet that came in from Gob B. Shout out to the one man, the one myth, the one legend. Sergey playing with the AWP on Inferno A instead of Alu, and I think he did a great job, or a good job so far. Maybe not a great job, but nonetheless. See, Gob B used hashtag ESL Pro League, and he got his tweet on the stream. I'm going to invite you to do the same, and he does make a very good point. We're talking about ops not in Alu's hands, and that's an interesting thing, all things considered, for the side of ENCE.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. We didn't really see the traditional AWP over on B on that map because the utility was just so sick from ENCE. They didn't need an AWP on that B site. They were just getting kills off of HE grenades and Molotovs all the time. So, yeah, it's always nice when you've got that in your back pocket. But no AWPs just yet, too early into the half. But Vitality somehow have made this force buy look so good for them. Apex slaughtering Sunny down middle. These scouts have taken a couple of kills so far and even more damage to boot. Sergey put to 31. Shox is looking through the gap in the smoke. Mizuta has given up B, and I kind of like this play here because the now Vitality can just set up for a 4-on-2 retake. You've given a plant to ENCE at least, but you've got such a good chance of winning this round. The only problem is this SMG has got to fight an AK on back plat, and Sergey is going to have a huge advantage in this duel. So Mizuta waits for reinforcements, and here come Vitality with the kit saved from Shox in the previous round. Silver lining after all.
Yeah, let's see if that kit finally has its chance to shine. Sergey's waited patiently, but this has allowed RPK to get by, maybe a little too patient. Oh, he gets shut down. It's more like outpatient as ZywOo there delivers death.
They didn't get the kit.
No time. That kit was on RPK.
It was dropped to the back of the tunnels.
Yeah. Oh, that's devastating.
Wow, man. Can't believe you even saved that kit in the first place. Could have gone for the 1-on-2. No, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, because Sergey, he does a really good job of delaying that initial peak. He doesn't take a quick fight and give away the fact that he's back plat. He waits till Vitality get out into B, and that's when he peaks, because he knows at that point they're already looking at the site. They're not looking at the plat, as opposed to, which they would be if they were just holding tunnels, rather. So, dropping the kit at the back of tunnels, ZywOo gets a kill, doesn't matter, too late. ENCE, bit of a B-rush, couple of players running and gunning into this site. 3 CTs, but not armed for the job, as you can see. Mizuta dead immediately. Sergey looking for a second. The pistols actually do find some success, and ZywOo hasn't even shown this AK at the back of the site. He's got another, not enough though, 2-on-1. Late to the party is RBK, but he could cut the bomb off in tunnels.
He could. It looks like he's going to go out in the mid doors. They are going to probably get this bomb planted. Now, that is some information there for RBK. He does see both players jumping through the doors. He's going to try to give himself some room to run through the window. Elects to fully commit going through, and in that moment, of course, you have to make one decision. You either back out of the window completely, or you go for it. All in.
For a second, it looked like he wanted to smoke the molly, but it landed like behind him. So he had a realization. He has a second where he can just pull out his gun and hit the site before the molly spreads to him. But unfortunately, they were already watching the window. They knew he was there. They had the door smoked. And that's going to be another round for ENCE. 10-8, back and forth, and back again.
That's horrible. That's a Krieg for you.
Yeah.
God, that's broken, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's $3,000, by the way.
Yeah.
Or 3,000, what? 300 now.
No. Oh. Yeah. No. I thought it was 3K. I don't buy it. I just play AK. I'm a purist.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I swear they made it higher, but no, I think they made it higher by 300. And it is just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right with that. As a man who doesn't buy it. No, because it was 27.50 and then they put it back up to 3. That's the last I remember.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I know. It should be more money.
Shouldn't be in the game, Harry.
Get it gone. I just don't buy it ever. Oh, well. You know who does? X7. And I can't say I blame him. He's going to use that all day long. ZywOo, I was going to say, he's ready for Aerial to be there for some reason.
Yeah, $3,000. I knew I was
I don't know why I got it in my head that it would be any more.
Should be more.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe my opinion's blurred into reality, but maybe there's a bit more of that in this round here and now, because the reality is that ENCE have got this A bomb site, and Sergey's walking in with the bomb on his back. Shox is down in CT spawn, but Alu sniffs him out.
Wow. You gotta be careful doing that these day and age. You know, sniffle here, sniffle there.
Cough here.
Cough there, and more importantly, it's gonna be Apex taking the duel on long. Alu does falter. Now Apex and Shox against Sergey. Just about half health. He's holding on to this planted bomb within the A site. Goes for the frag, and it's Apex to clean the round up. They're gonna get the defuse this time.
Yeah. Shox has got the kit, funnily enough. Hasn't left it in the tunnels. 9th round for Vitality, slow and steady. Hey, this has just been so back and forth all game long in this final map, right? ENCE, they have both pistol rounds, but Vitality have won forces in both sides. So, it's certainly not clean cut. Actually, I say that, sorry. They lost the force on the CT side. They made it a 2-on-1 and won that kill, but didn't get the defuse. Here's the kill down mid from X7, just shooting into a smoke. Hey, 5-on-4 immediately. You'll take it. Money for ENCE starting to run dry. Sergey is on a Galil. Got a couple of those in play. And ZywOo warped up, so ready and roaring to go. Mizuta did make it to the B site this time, not getting killed on the cross. There's always a time, or a chance for that to happen later, rather.
Well, catwalk control has been nabbed, grabbed, and everything in between here for the ENCE side. Once again, just given this bit of free real estate, considering how popular these short cat plays into the A bomb site have been, I feel like we haven't seen like a tremendous amount of that just yet from ENCE. But it feels very, very interesting that they've given this big avenue up towards this T side. And you're putting a lot of pressure on ZywOo to deal with it if this A play comes in. Now, mid smokes have gone down. They're hoping this is going to draw some rotations around the map, but Apex dealing with both players there down in middle, that's going to help Vitality out massively. ZywOo, though, we mentioned a lot of the pressure is on this man's shoulders right now, and the flashbangs are keeping him off of the angle. Bomb plant's actually coming in. And so ENCE, they're going to get the short to cap play. They get the bomb down. You know, that smoke that goes down on catwalk combined with the flashes forces ZywOo away, but they are still a man down even with this bomb planted. Where do the heroics lie? In this mid crunch from these two catwalk players. They slam down the gauntlet, do a bunch of damage, but not quite deal with both of these players that are crossing on up into the bomb site. Still hidden. Sunny emerges, but ZywOo's fast. They've got to get on the bomb. Sergey's running. He's got to start gunning though. They tap it, and that one decision to fake might have just cost them the round. ZywOo's now on it, and it's going to be close, but I think he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. And that's a 10th round for Vitality. Cool, calm, and collected, under control from the very beginning.
You know, Vitality won the round, so I can't really say too much, but like they almost completely threw that round. ZywOo taps the bomb with the kit, then makes RPK get on it, and then goes back to full stick it. Remember, ZywOo only won with the kit there, and it does make sense why you want the AWP covering, because you can just get that one shot immediately, and RPK, you know, didn't have an AWP, but whoever has a kit should be on the bomb 9 times out of 10 there. So yeah, I mean, faking it I think was the funny part anyway. You knew the last player was mid. You knew you can stick the bomb. You had the timing, but hey, why not kill him as well? Insult to injury, salt in the wound.
Might as well. Butter in the wound, salt in the wound.
Butter in the wound? Does that hurt?
Yeah, it burns a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, anything
Not
in the
that I
wound.
would know that, but
Anything in the wound is going to hurt, really.
yeah, basically. But that's a conversation for another time, and a guy in a lab coat probably figured that out somewhere. Nonetheless, round 21, 10-10. It does seem that we do have a ball game on our hands. And a mowdown as well. These are going to try to take their way up. Catwalk X7 comes out with 2 pretty nice kills. And that's going to leave a chance here, at least for ENCE. Been able to pick up an AWP and an M4 going forward.
Oh, no.
AWP already having done something there. RPK falls 2 versus 2 on the A site.
This is where rifles reign supreme, and somehow ENCE have more than Vitality in this eco round. They picked up the guns, they've scavenged well, and they are looking to close around. Mizuta going back to do his shopping for lockdown, getting a kit, getting a flash, and trying to get back into this site. But good luck, they are just jiggling him one by one. There's Alu dead, and Mizuta running, gunning. Sergey, no armor, he can be killed in 1 bullet, and that bullet will be the headshot. Mizuta winning the round for Vitality and dealing with that eco. It got uncomfortable, but it will be a Vitality round nonetheless.
I think it got made even worse though by the, I think it was Apex down towards CT with that UMP. He's in like this spot, and we've all been there if you're watching from home, where you're holding down like a spot on the map that you know is risky, but you're saying to yourself, well, I've got all my teammates with guns behind me. These guys are only on pistol. I can keep holding. And then he ends up in this position where he's like caught out. He has no choice at this point but to keep fighting because he's already committed. And by the time they kind of realize that the AWP's been gathered, the guys in the bomb site have fallen, and it's all gone downhill, he's just left stranded. And luckily enough, Mizuta is able to get that round back under control. Shoxy here shuts down 2 in the bottom of mid, tapping onto Aerial. Not quite the kill though. The trade comes in onto Shox. Better late than never. At quite the cost, though, to the side of ENCE.
Yeah, would have liked to flash on that mid play rather than just a dry run. But yeah, I guess they'll figure that one out the hard way. A bunch of bullets in their face. ZywOo gets a taste of the action. Aerial sends him packing. Another CT smoke going in correctly this time, and a flank is in from long that opens up a huge opportunity. The A site is where this will end up here for ENCE as they once again go up catwalk. RPK, can he do what Apex could? And that Molotov makes him, he has to decide forward or back, can't just stand still. And he's so white, he didn't even know he was burning. X7 kills him, down to 3. Mizuta, do it again, back to back. Another clutch potential. The bomb's been dropped, and he's on for another one.
That he has set up for him quite well, and he does it. He capitalizes, shuts down Sergey after stopping the planner. Really good stuff there from Mizuta. Well, that does put another round on the board for Vitality. And you know what? You bring up an excellent point, Hugo. We're looking at an ENCE, like right here, just running out the door, no flash. And really, this round got a lot closer than I thought it would be on the back of that 2K.
Yeah, I mean, once we saw Mizuta fail both of those 1v2 clutches back on Inferno, I was a little worried, but at least we're seeing that clutch potential come out here. Obviously, you know, being a B rotate on Inferno and having to go into 1-on-2s on A is never fun. Very hard retakes. But Mizuta doing the damage here in this map, and so is Alu, running right down long. He's got a gun for all his efforts as well. Zywoo flashed, and he's going to get a shot off in time, but only one, and ENCE overwhelming the site.
Yeah, Shox has got no choice but to back off into CT. With all these players up through Catwalk and weapons retrieved, he can't be fighting. He is to give this up. And so Apex now holding the cross while the rest of the gang rotate into other positions. They bypass Catwalk in its entirety. They try and go towards long. They think it might be safe, but that's where Alu lies. He's good for one before Mizuta gets the trade. We are asking this young man to clutch for the 3rd round in a row, and this time it's a little too much to ask. ENCE, they finally do it. They finally best Mizuta to get themselves an 11th round on the board and keep this game close.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you can see the numbers on your screen right now, Alu sitting at 28-19, credit where it's due. I think this is a much different ball game if he's not popping off like he is.
Jesus.
Well, so one of the problems, right, I think, is that Inferno, ENCE, their utility usage, especially on that CT side, but even on the T side, was fantastic and instrumental to them picking it up. Here on Dust 2, that's gone all out the window, and they're looking like the ENCE from Mirage again, right? They're not setting each other up with these flashbangs half as much anymore. And it has been a lot more just dry peaks, dry fights. And I think it's the kind of mixed results, the fact that it's working for them sometimes, that they keep going back to it.
Yeah, as much as it's working, it's also punishing them, though. I mean, down around in this spot, but they have at least guaranteed themselves a 12th here. B's been left by Vitality, just saving the armor pistol. Plant will be late, but it will be coming through for ENCE, and they will get themselves 12 with, at the moment, 5 alive. But yeah, you can afford to send players hunting. However, as an in-game leader here, you have to decide whether it's even worth it. You know Vitality have pistol armor. You know they're eco in the follow-up round. And so you have to decide, do we really want to risk giving away a gun for very minimal benefit? Sometimes it's worth it, though. And X7, he's got a Mac 10, so it's always worth it, because who cares if you lose it?
Basically.
Uh-oh. He's going to hit that tag as well. He knows Zywoo's around this corner.
Yeah. Probably try to hunt them out here any second. Waiting for the crew to arrive, and almost a double there. Zywoo had the window of opportunity, but it was closed. Except he's going to push through, get another kill here with his Mac 10. Ooh. Double tapping, of course. Nice Shox, really ending that run. 12-12. ENCE are still in the game.
Not just in the game, Trace. They are controlling the game.
They are doing the damn thing, aren't they?
4 rounds in a row for Vitality before ENCE took 2 right back. But yeah, we've not really had a feel for this T side yet. But right now, they have the economy at least, and they're building their own money up as well with 4 alive in the previous. So this is going to be have to be a streak of rounds for Vitality once they hit rifles if they want to get back in control.
Yeah, and I think the moment we see ENCE, you know, the fact that they did fall behind a little bit and they started to get that pressure again, now we're going to see them setting each other up, going back to this more slow style of play in the beginning, waiting to see what kind of the response, what the information they get on the Vitality guys is, and then playing reactively around that. And that is exactly what I wanted to see. As they started to pick up the pace in these rounds, as they started to play pretty messy Counter-Strike, that's when it's gotten dire. And that's not happening right now. You know, they've got control of this game again. They're not letting these crazy 1v2s, 1vx's come out from Mizuta anymore. ENCE are in the driver's seat. Make no mistake about it. 13-12. It's just, are we going to see them now get back into that mindset where they maybe do get a bit ahead of themselves, or maybe they are kind of skipping out on some of the basics, or are they just going to focus on closing this series out here and now? Because if they pick this round up, that is the likely reality, if they pick this round up here and now.
Alu has the best conceivable B-spawn that you can get, so we might see him try and challenge with that AWP quickly through the tunnels. And indeed he does, but no one giving him that satisfaction. Mizuta waits passively. Sunny lining up the glitch smoke to allow them to cross towards Xbox safely, concealing the upper body, leaving only legs. Trace's favorite part.
The legs?
Yeah. The thigh guy?
I mean, I'm more of a wing guy, to be honest, but that's just me.
Boneless or real?
Definitely traditional wings.
Yeah.
You know, drums only.
I like them of the cauliflower variety.
Okay, well,
Cauliflower wings. You ever had them?
that's
They're
your
good.
life. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I'm sure we'll look into it in a due time. Speaking of wings, it's going to be Vitality that has a little bit of a flight over here at ENCE.
Vitality winging it with no in-game leader. Maybe.
Maybe I'll take a second during this lull to give a shout out to Henry, Alex, and Sponge, who are watching from the hotel right now.
Who?
Those guys, the other guys. Here we are, pivotal round right here. Round 26, 13-12 with ENCE up. Where's the AWP training itself just outside of middle. Looking for someone to peek the window perhaps and maybe give them a foothold towards the B site. There it is finally, it's Mizuta. Falls and Shock's doing the best that he can. Apex is there to make sure that this one goes the Vitality way before it spins and spirals out of control.
Unlucky Bastion, man. That was rough. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to observe that round either.
T-Tours.
Dear. 13-13, and do or die for both sides here. The final map of this best of three for those just joining us. ENCE, they fell apart on Mirage, their map pick to start off this series. Vitality took a dominant victory over them. Well, at least a dominant half.
No,
it was a little closer by the end.
And so that there is the important thing to remember.
Yeah.
You know, that was a 13-0 game at one point that ended 16-10 to Vitality. ENCE actually beat Vitality more dominantly on Inferno with the 16-8 victory.
Yeah.
So a wild,
momentum.
a wild turn of events as to how it's actually panned on out. And now Dust 2 hangs in that balance right there in between those obscurities of the previous two maps. That's where we find ourselves right now. And both these teams are trying their hardest. They are giving it 100% in the server. And well, Trace, we're split right down the middle. 13-13.
Get out of my face,
27.
Harry. Just go somewhere, man. Good grief. You are right, though.
He's not wrong.
Not necessarily right, if you think about it, either. But here he is, standing tall. Harry at 5'11". I don't know how many centimeters that is, but give us the story, Harry.
What does that make you if I'm 5'11"?
Oh, I'm 5'11". What's he?
Yeah.
All right, Harry, about 5'9".
On a good day, with heels.
Give or take. Step-up shoes, you know?
Stilts, we call them.
Yes, those as well, I suppose. Speaking of which, it's going to be ENCE here. That's going to try to abuse this mid side just a little bit more here. Alu's going to be in the upper tunnels, and over there towards A is going to be Sergey. He's going to back off, though.
This is an attempt at a mid-to-B crunch from the ENCE side, but in response, Vitality, they've made this forethought decision to flash into the top tunnels. Mizuta deals with Alu, and that there is one of these prongs from this split removed. Misuta's dodging bullets, still alive, still trying to hold this B bomb site, and he's not missing. Sergey's gets deleted as well, and Team Vitality are 14th. ENCE, they try and throw something a bit different in there, just that set piece, that mid-to-B. We haven't really seen a cool made out of spawn like that. You know, it has been these slower defaults that have given a lot of success, so they try and switch it up. That tactical pause, you imagine that's the decision they came to, and it didn't work. In fact, that's one of the most dominant rounds Vitality has picked up yet over on this CT side. 14-13. And Alu, well, he will deal with Mizuta down through mid. One of the real problems of Vitality thus far. So a man advantage taken. ENCE not ready to give map and series point to Vitality. This game's got overtime written all over it.
Yeah, we've been saying that all day, Harry. We've been waiting for it.
All day. We started working like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but you know, we just look to the future, Harry.
I guess that's what you guys do in the hotel around all day long. Crystal ball, Ouija boards, all of that.
I mean, I was more of like a Yoshi guy.
Right.
Awful.
Luigi board, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get away from that. Try to spare you some of the humility. Nonetheless, a little bit of a catwalk hit here from the side of ENCE. The stack 4 deep. Air's going to get out in front of it. Big grenade from ZywOo. Followed up with the op shot, and my goodness, he has let it rain on him.
Another one, off for the ace. This could be such a fast ace. Okay, it's kind of slowed down a bit now, but come on, ZywOo. Give us all 5. Don't give us 4. Then it's not impressive. Get it like this. Oh, nearly, but not quite. X7 not ready to give all 5 the way of ZywOo. Instead, it's Apex to get it. Map and series point now for Vitality. ENCE, they need 2 in a row. They need 2 back-to-back, and they need to begin that run. They need to begin that short run of 2 rounds to force an overtime with very little to work with here in round number 29. They're going to have 2 rifles. They're going to have a collection of utility, but it's really not going to be enough for maybe what they're planning to do. They've got 3 smokes, what, 5 flashbangs and a nade to work with. That is anything but ideal. A Krieg and an AK represents the best of their weaponry in this round. Can they do it? Or is this going to be Vitality walking away at the end of a long, bloody battle here in this best-of-3 series?
All comes down to this, 15-13. This one's been tooth and nail back and forth. Alu playing hearts out. Try to walk out mid again. Some flashes this time. Apex is able to take down X7, but the trade's there from Aerial. Shock's trying to get ahead of the smoke. Aerial replies yet again. 4v3. Pivotal round right here. Map and match series point. Vitality looking to close it out.
This bomb's got to get across, and thankfully it does. Sergey dealing with RPK over here towards the A bomb site, and he was the only bastion of hope there for Team Vitality. They just bow on out. They go to save. They can't do this. They can't retake this bomb site, and they know it. They're gonna try and hold on to the AWP and the M4. They kind of need to get away with this to have anything into this next round. This could be quite the switch up from the ENCE squad, considering they come into this with next to nothing. This could be nuts. 14-15, 1 more round, and then overtime is on the cards. We wipe that slate clean. I think if ENCE get it to OT, then they're in a great spot here to take this series and go on that reverse flip. Considering how the day started, man, I didn't have a lot of hope for ENCE.
And now you do.
Now I do, yeah. I mean, I've been on a real roller coaster today. If this is what it's like being an ENCE fan, get me out of this boat as fast as I can. Because I predicted them to win. I come into it feeling a little bit of confidence. And then we go 0-13 down over on Mirage. And I'm sat here thinking I'm going to look like a moron. But then, don't you worry. They almost bring it back. Second map goes a pretty long while as well. But ENCE take it dominantly 16-8 over on Inferno. Now, here, map number 3. It's been back and forth. It's been up and down. Alu's dropping 30s. X7's almost dropping 30 as well. And it's just a wild time. You know, this is the life of an ENCE fan.
Yeah, I think
I'm just living it for a matter of hours.
Vicariously, of course.
Yeah.
Through a scientist who has somehow found himself supporting ENCE. Now, speaking of ENCE, the Finns aren't finished. We're going to see this timeout coming out from the side of Vitality. And both teams are going to look to close this or at least try to push us into overtime if you're the Finns. Here you have it, the last round of regulation, round number 30.
Yeah, and immediately Ali's been picked up, trying to push down through the catwalk. That is such a huge kill for Apex to have found. That is such an unreal position for Vitality to find themselves in. You know, you've taken down the heavy hitter of this ENCE squad, and there's a gap in that smoke. ZywOo's trying to exploit it, but he's missed 2 opportunities. Now they re-smoke it. They realize X7, the other man who was nearing 30 kills, he's trying to save the day. Now that bomb, oh, they're so lucky. That was on the edge. That is balancing there on the side, but it's still in the bomb site. Shoxy is an unknown factor. He is nothing more than a question mark here as he starts to emerge. They don't know, but Aerial seemingly 1 step ahead. 3-on-3, overtime on the cards. Vitality, they need to retake this bomb site if they want to end this series here and now. Sunny's going to reposition over onto the back of Goose. Aerial still hidden. Sergey at long, but he's only on with the Deeg, so this cannot come down to him. Surely Aerial's gone, and now the Deeg of Sergey's got to do it, but Zywoo gets him, and Team Vitality, they'll take it 16-14. We go the distance in map number 3, but it's the Frenchies to pick up the W. That's all for this series, though. I mean, that's the hot match of the day.
It is.
What a game we've just seen go down on our screen.
And it certainly is. Harry, we have seen the conclusion. We've seen 30 there to close it out. And what we're going to have to do now is go to a break before we see what the victors have to say. Don't move a muscle. We're going to go ahead and check out and check in with Vitality after this break.